Hey guys, Jason here checking out gold again. If this was the closing candle for our weekly trend, we would be in big trouble for the bulls. This is a very powerful continuation downside candlestick. Of course, we are not closing yet. We still have a lot of week to go, but this would be a definitive indicator that we are closing well below our EMA 26, and it's indicative of more downside to come. We may recover here. I'm just saying right now we have to assess what's happening. This is pretty bearish, almost a Maribuzo. And let's take a look at what's happening on the daily to follow that up. Daily time frame, we can see that we are still marching down. A little bit of consolidation. We had an inside bar yesterday, so that will be a key level for us to watch. And we are now going a little bit sideways. And this makes more sense on the hourly time frame. We can see that we are in this clear hourly channel, moving to the downside. Anytime the RSI dips below 30 on the 4-hour time frame, we can jump back to that here. We can see, there we go. Anytime we dip below, we're just doing the bare minimum sideways action to regain some position above oversold territory before plunging right back down. So that usually is indicative of that hourly channel. And there it is right there. So we've got our loose area of resistance here. We haven't come up to test it too many times, but we do see there is a range between 1287 and 1290 mark here. And then we've got our more clarified zone of support down here. We have our trend line, and then we have this nice channel showing us the maximum width between our red close and the furthest distance of the wicks inside this zone of support. So really what am I trying to say here? Any of the action that we see taking place on the hourly time frame, if it stays inside this channel, it's just going to be continued downside. So we're now in a well-established hourly trend, and for this to change, we need to see a couple of things happen. Let's look at continuation first of all. So for this to continue to the downside, what we're going to see is a loss of 1273.032. We see we have some double bottom support over here, 1273.128, so very close by. And if we see this, treat this as a descending triangle, so we'll come up too close to this. We're right in the area where we should see a breakdown, and that will see the loss of 1273, and then we just set a new hourly lower low, and we continue this hourly trend. So if we're going to change that, what we need to do is get up over EMA 26, over EMA 12, and then over our trend line, and we need to see substantial volume coming into play, showing us that that is indeed being broken. Ideally, we get a pullback, so we come back up, we see our big spike in volume down here, and then we get a little bit of a pullback, testing that area now as a new support before moving to the upside, and eventually I'd like to see those hourly bulls take out 1297. Right now, it is all downside, it's all continuation, it's all about this hourly trend, and that is what the bulls need to prove to us that they're capable of changing. Right now, it's all bearish. Let's go check out the 4-hour time frame for our support levels. And the next support for the bulls, for the bears, is down here at 1264. So as you can see, based on this channel, not unlikely that we'll get there. That's it for today. Thank you again for listening, and that's it.